welcome back to another one-on-one interview where I interview local businesses from Last Mountain Lake, Lumsden, White City, and Regina area. Today we're hanging out at the Bezan Ranch, just northeast of Southey, and I'm here to talk cattle with Carter.
Thanks for driving out.
Thanks for having me out here. To jump in, tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
I'm Carter Bezan. I am the owner, along with my fiance Carmen and our 3 children, of Carzan Land and Livestock, which is our cattle side of the operation. We raise horned Hereford cattle for seed stock. We sell purebred heifers and registered purebred bulls to other cattlemen across the prairies. And we also own Carzan Local Market, located in Southey, where we sell our own grass-fed beef in our retail store.
To jump in right into that, if you haven't been to Carzan yet, they sell a little bit of everything. Beef, pork, lamb, you guys got awesome frozen dinners. What else do you sell there?
Everything SAS made, SAS grazed, or SAS made, SAS grazed. So literally, things you'd find in your grandma's basement, things you'd find in your grandma's freezer, that's kind of the feel we wanted with the store. So SAS made, jams, jellies, ready-to-eat meals like you were saying. We also have lamb, pork, poultry, as well as our own beef.
Some pretty good beef jerky too.
Oh yeah, some pretty good beef jerky.
That's your beef in the beef jerky
It's our beef
as well?
in the beef jerky, yeah.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times, super good.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so on that note, the product's obviously super good. Why? What do you do to raise your cattle?
So up here in the Touchwood Hills, we rotational graze our cattle. We work with groups like Ducks Unlimited Canada. We try to work to not only make the grass better for our cattle, make the land better for our cattle, but also to increase the wildlife habitat, look after the wetlands. We're actually, Dad's in the process on his land here, putting in a pasture pipeline system to keep cattle out of the sloughs and have a clean source of water. We work with groups like Verified Beef Production Plus, which we're a part of. As a certified body and a certified producer from Verified Beef Production, we have better animal husbandry techniques, animal welfare, on-farm food safety, animal handling, as well as environmental stewardship. We are working to create a grassland that helps sequester carbon and help the environment, as well as raise these cattle out here, because essentially as cattlemen, we're not cattle farmers, we're grass farmers when it comes down to it.
100%, so essentially it's very ethically farmed
Yeah.
meat. And obviously full circle minded, that, the nice balance between the land itself and the cattle.
100%. The cattle that we raise out here, they're born out here on this ranch. The cattle that are, the beef that's on our store shelves are raised out here on this ranch. They're born out here. They're raised out here throughout the summer months on their mothers. They're grassed out here as yearlings, and they're grass fattened out here in the summer months as well.
So that translates into the taste. Now, on top of what you're doing here, what really makes the difference in the final product and why your beef cuts are so delicious?
Yeah, so we, as a standard, we age 21 days. And most of the store beef that you buy is 3 to 7 days aging. So from the time it's butchered to the time it's on your plate, it's 3 to 7 days dry aging. And a 21-day product in the grocery store, that's a premium product. That's labeled sterling silver or something like that. And that's our standard practice. So when you go to the store and you're looking at the cost of the beef, 99% of the time our beef comes in quite a bit cheaper than what you're seeing in the grocery store. But because of that 21-day aging, it breaks down the connective tissue, it breaks down the meat, it makes it more tender, it really adds that beefy flavor to it, and you're getting what beef should taste like, in my mind. It's grass-fed, so it is a leaner product, so it is better for you. We're not knocking grain-fed beef whatsoever, because Canadian beef across the board is a premium product. Canadian cattlemen and Canadian cattle feeders do what nobody else in the world can do. We're raising on this grass and finishing on this grass, but we're taking that extra step in the finishing of that product when it comes to hanging it on the hook and making sure that the consumer is getting a product that really tastes like beef.
I was gonna say, I just grabbed a couple of your prime ribs, not prime ribs, sorry, your ribeyes.
Okay, yeah.
The other day there, and they were melting in your mouth.
Yep,
You could
thank
taste it, the fat didn't taste like fat, melted in your mouth, super tender. You could almost pull apart the meat. You didn't have to use a knife and get into it aggressively.
Yep.
So like the aging process and everything else you do start to finish definitely translates onto the plate.
Yep.
I'll verify and vouch for that.
All right.
Now I'm assuming that passion is also why you started your own store.
It is, yeah.
right?
As a cattleman, we're price takers. And we can't do what grain guys do. We can't put grain in a bin and let it sit there and wait for the prices to go up. These cattle have an expiry date. And when you're feeding cattle, it costs money. It's not cheap, it's not free, it costs us money. And our margins are so tight already that feeding these cattle any longer than we need to really hurts your pocketbook. So when we started selling beef into the city, I took over my mom's beef business about 15 years ago, started selling beef into the city, and it gave us an outlet to sell kind of these odd aged cattle, or there's a group of cattle that don't necessarily bring top dollar when it comes to fat cattle because they're too old. And we wanted to be able to market those cattle and not take them to an auction mart and, you know, get cull cow price for them. Like they're the same quality as a fat steer would be, but you're getting paid cull cow price on them, which is essentially like your older cows that you're getting 90 cents a pound for. And on a fat steer, you're getting $2.90 or $2.90 a pound on those steers. So that allowed us to take those animals, pay ourselves $2.90 a pound, take that animal into the city and sell it as halves and quarters of beef. So when we started the store, we still sell halves and quarters, but we wanted to be price makers. We wanted to be able to set our own prices and make sure that all that money was going back into our pockets. So when you're supporting us and you're supporting other local ranchers, not just us, any rancher and any farmer with eggs or chickens or whatever, it's keeping that money in our own communities. And that was a big push for us too. We wanted to be able to support the local movement in this province and keep that money right here in the province. When you're supporting the big box stores, the Walmarts, the superstores, that money doesn't stay here. That money leaves. And the people that you're supporting by supporting us are your hockey coaches, your football coaches, your neighbor down the street who's got a side gig running out of their basement or whatever. And it gives them an extra source of income to give back to the community as well.
Well, on that note, back to the community, when you're having that extra income, it allows you to actually go a little bit above and beyond. Yeah. I know you've done some community programs. Can you touch on that? Yeah,
we've donated to a few community outreach programs, I guess. Our most recent one was Carmichael Outreach. We donated a box of beef burgers, a bunch of buns, a bunch of ice cream. I think they're feeding about 200 people a day through there. And if we could donate even one meal to help them out, that's a big thing for us. When we started this, Carmen, my fiance, who's my partner in all this, she really wanted to give back. That was the whole purpose behind this. We wanted to be able to get to a point financially that we could give back to the community. We could give back to people who needed it more than we did. And we're finally at that point. And we also help out local community organizations with beef boxes and gift baskets and stuff like that. And they'll come to us saying, hey, can you make up a gift basket for us? And here's how much money we have to work with. And then we make sure that we hit what they're asking for, and then we'll throw in our discount, or we'll throw in, we'll double it to help them out with that certain community event or whatever it is.
That's awesome to hear. And again, without supporting local people can't do these kind of things and help out where they can. I'm sure people's mouths are salivating at this point potentially. How do they find your product? How do they find you? What's the best way for them to reach out?
So the best way would be carzanmarket.ca. That's our website. That's where you can see every product we have. We're located at 355 Highway 6 when you're driving right through Southey. We've got ice cream scooping all summer, so make sure you come and check that out as well. And we've got some farmers markets that we're starting up. So we're gonna have 3 farmers markets throughout the summer: June 11th, July 14th, and August 25th. And that's just another outlet for us to allow other Saskatchewan producers who we don't have in the store, people who aren't making food products but are doing gift products or art or whatever they want to do. They can come set up at our farmers market. We've got food trucks, we've got live music, so you can come check those out and support more local Saskatchewan talent as well.
So I'll add a lot of this into the actual description so you can find it easily without going off of this. So check the description below and you'll find links to the website and address to the store and so on. So I'd like to take the time to thank you for spending a bit of time with me today. As for you guys watching there, if you think that the Southey area might be a good fit for you, give me a call. I'd love to show you around. If you're another business owner, feel free to reach out. I'd love to showcase your business next. So moving on and closing, I want to thank you again for spending time with me today, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.